when you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line.
I can taste triumph with the heart of a lion.
When victory alone isn't enough, you chase something greater, no matter how difficult the path, on the dirt, in the sand, and beyond. The new 2024 Ridgeline Passport and Pilot, part of our most rugged trail sport lineup yet. From Honda.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And we're very glad to welcome back Mayor Kevin Clement.
Thank you, Keith. Glad to be here. Happy to see everybody once again, you know.
Appreciate it. Man, the city of Thibodaux is doing so well. Yeah. I'm just excited about how things have come and how well things are going. We were talking a little bit about former Mayor Tommy Estee, and he just really, you mentioned it, he wants one thing, and that's for you to succeed as mayor.
Yeah.
I think things are going really well.
Yeah, well, you know, I think things are going well too, but you never know. We're working hard. I can guarantee you that. We're working hard. One of the things that was a priority when I first took office was to get a team together. And I can't say enough about the team that we have in the city of Thibodaux, my staff, the people that I work with, right? Not the people that work for me, the people that I work with. Seems like we all have the same philosophies. We all want the same good for people. And we try to make the right decisions based on all the factors. It's not, there's going to be times when we do things that one or two people don't understand. Right. And certainly we have those issues in town. Right. But if people just, you got to put your trust in somebody. Right. I'm here to tell you we're doing the right thing, and we're doing the right thing all of the time for the whole city of Thibodaux as a whole.
Yeah, it's really nice to have a team of people, because it's not necessarily, you know, people that work for you, as you mentioned, but it's the team. Yeah. And here's the team of administration over and in Thibodaux. Yeah. Some outstanding people.
Got some good-looking ladies in that picture. They got some questionable guys up there. But I'll be honest, look, I take great pride in the fact that we held everybody together for this year. We lost two people because they just had different opportunities to go other places. Sure. And we encourage that. Right. But that group of people that you have up there, we meet every Tuesday. This past Tuesday, we met off-site. We had a little kind of like a little retreat type of thing. We went tour the Lafouche Sugar Mill, which is remarkable. Yeah, but you know, when we left there, everybody said how good of a trip it was and how interesting it was, but what everybody took away is that we all have the same common goal, we all have the same type of interest, and we all got along so well. It was a true team bonding experience. That happens every Tuesday, whether we off-site or on-site. That happens every Tuesday. Some of it is confrontational. Right. We do have issues with people. That's human nature. Sure. You put 15, 17 people in a room together, you can't all decide what you want to eat at the same place, right? But I'm going to tell you, it is a pleasure and a joy to work with each and every one of these people, because we spend 8.5 hours a day with these people, some of them even more. Our public works director, our police chief, our council administrator, we spend a lot of time together. Sure. Sometimes more than we spend with our families, so we better get along with each other.
You know, you talk about the importance of work-life balance, and in the picture it shows, I mean, you got almost a matching number of males and females, right? Yeah. I love that. Enough X's and enough Y's together. Yeah. Which is just wonderful.
That wasn't by accident. We spent a lot of time hunting and choosing the right people, and we made some excellent choices 2 years ago. I have to pat ourselves on the back for that one.
And it's been 2 years.
2 years. 2 years going on this December. Yeah. Yeah. We took office in January, but our one election, I think it was December 10th. You're right. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I don't really remember that. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Which is a really good thing.
Yeah.
You guys have accomplished a lot because you have one goal in mind. You guys are Thibodaux. Y'all are not individual agendas. True. Y'all are about Thibodaux.
True. And I'm going to tell you a big part of that. Yeah. A big part of that is the 5-person council that we have. Yeah. You know, we have one council administrator, Jenny Mauvon, who does a tremendous job. That's her on the bottom left right there. Yeah. But the 4 gentlemen in the back and the 1 woman in the middle, it is, I'm not going to say we agree on everything. Right. But sometimes we know when we not going to agree, and we work through it. And there has been times when things didn't go what I thought was the proper way and what they thought was the proper way, but we discuss it before and after. We shake hands. It's absolutely a joy that you don't have this kind of infighting that you see amongst some other councils or some other groups, associations or whatever. There's none of that.
Right.
There's none of that at our city council meetings. There's none of that in the back rooms behind. We work through things like gentlemen and ladies and like experienced and mature gentlemen and ladies.
Right.
And Jenny holds all those people together now.
Right.
Don't get anything twisted about that. Jenny
Right.
Movon, our council administrator, does a tremendous job with that, and she's the go-between between
Right.
my office and that council.
Right.
Those 5 people are actually my boss.
Right.
So I better get along with them.
Sure.
And we do, and we have candid conversations, we have professional conversations, we have personal conversations. Each and every one of them we have a great relationship with, and I hope that continues for the next 2.5 years.
Well, we expect that it will, and especially when it relates to being able to agree to disagree.
Sure.
It is okay, and quite frankly, we need to have
Absolutely.
those different perspectives and opinions. If we didn't, and we all thought the same way, we wouldn't be challenging ourselves
Yep.
and challenging our area, and won't make Thibodaux grow.
Yeah, I couldn't agree. Couldn't agree more. Those type of things, those type of disagreements or conversations are needed. It just spurs growth, and it spurs ideas
Yes.
from other people, and and they talk to people, I talk to people, and we
Right.
come back together, and then we just put all the information on the table, and we make the best decision that we can.
And taking in from, I love the way you said that, because taking information from other sources and being able to realize what other people did maybe that didn't work out so well.
Sure.
My brother told me this on air one day doing a radio show, and I was talking about how learning from our mistakes. He said, it's great to learn from your mistakes, but what if you take in and listen to the information from all of those around you
Yeah.
and learn from their mistakes as well?
Yeah, absolutely, he's right.
We get better by those things and a better way to do things.
Yep.
Mayor, we are so excited to have you. We're out of one segment. We're going to do this again.
Sure.
And so we appreciate you coming on. We'll talk a little bit more.
You
All
got
right?
it. Thank
All
you,
right,
Keith.
Very good. All right, guys. Mayor Clement's going to stick around. You do the same. We'll be right back right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. And always glad to have back with us Mayor Kevin Clement, City of Thibodaux. So glad to have you.
Yep, absolutely, Keith. Glad to be here. Glad to come expand the city of Houma with the city of Thibodaux's ideas and things we have going on over there.
You know, it's one of those things I got to tell you, one of the greatest things that happened when you and I were in college was the couplet being built.
Yeah.
And what it did was it joined two great areas, the city of Houma and the city of Thibodaux. One of the things that's happened, and there's beautification that happens everywhere. I think Houma is really following suit. But Jay, show that picture because, quite frankly, look how inviting this is. And quite frankly, Mayor, I don't know that anything says welcome to Thibodaux like this.
That's a pretty neat picture right there. Taken from one of our drones. It's a picture of downtown Thibodaux.
Yeah.
There's the bayou leading out to the sunset or sunrise. That's probably a sunset, I think,
Yeah, I think
at
it's a
that
sunset. I think
picture.
you're right.
You know, one of the things we do is we try to improve the quality of life for the city of Thibodaux every day.
Yeah.
We spend a tremendous amount of time and effort planting flowers, cleaning up. We spend a huge amount of time with safety issues and cleanliness and trash and stuff like that. And if you ride in Thibodaux, you could sense it. You could
know
feel it, you could sense it, and you could do it. And our Public Works Department and our Parks and Recreation Department do a lot of things every day that go unnoticed, right?
Right.
From my point of view, when I see things like that, I get, sometimes one of my faults is I get too caught up in the details. But I love that kind of stuff. It's like going to Disney World and you see things over there, you steal their ideas.
Right.
I do that all the
Those
time.
small things.
That's one of the things I love to do. I grab their ideas and I run with it and I bring it back and try to incorporate it in how we do things.
Right.
And we do a pretty decent job of keeping our city safe and clean.
And that Thibodaux becomes a verb there. You want to go Thibodaux that.
Yeah,
right? You want to make it Thibodaux.
Yeah.
The other thing that's really important is that, Richard Bach said a tiny change today creates a drastically different tomorrow.
Sure.
That the water, the picture, they just bring the picture up again, Jay, because the water in that picture is so clean.
Yeah.
Have you seen Bayou Lafourche that clean? It is in the city of Thibodaux.
It is.
Downtown,
Yeah,
right?
it actually is. Our
y'all
friends
work
at the
hard on
Bayou
that.
Lafourche Freshwater District do a tremendous job.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
those things.
yeah, we do. Look, we spent a lot of time and effort with that city of Thibodaux and downtown area in particular.
Yep.
We have so many festivals down there. I know I'm going to forget some, but coming up, we have the King Cake Festival.
Right.
It's actually now the Louisiana King Cake Festival. We changed it from the Thibodaux King Cake Festival. We went statewide.
You had to.
It got big real quick.
It got big immediately.
Yeah.
Year one.
And the people that put on that festival, Deanna LaFont and all her group, is tremendous.
Yeah.
But we do so many other things in there. We have a downtown walks festival. We have a bourbon and blues festival. And here you see just some of the elements that we added. We added a Bayou side pergola, and we also added another pavilion a little bit closer to that, just increasing the quality of life. You would not believe how many people go eat their lunch or go drink a cup of coffee on those things and overlook the bayou. In the very near future, right after Mardi Gras, we're gonna put up another huge bandstand. Wow. Kind of like off the theme of what Houma did down in that little trail.
Right.
There'll be lights, there'll be cobblestones, there'll be a platform for stages and events right there.
Wonderful.
So when these companies and these organizations throw on, like the FOP puts a cook-off on, when they put these events on, they don't have to spend $3,000, $3,500 for a stage and rent it. We're going to have a permanent stage down there. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait. You could see downtown changing.
Yes.
You see investors putting up money.
Yep.
The Mataoris, the Grady Verettes, the Jamie Bouteries, they're doing everything they can to increase the value of their buildings and other buildings around them. When you take one step forward, it just seems like everything kind of falls into place, and it's coming there. It's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming a lot quicker than what I thought.
Yeah,
a lot quicker than what I
again,
thought.
the pergola, the bandstand, all of these things that you look in other areas. Okay, we're going to do that, and we're going to make it better because that's going to really improve all of your festivals.
Absolutely.
There's so many different things that take place downtown.
Oh my God!
One week we had one stretch we had something 6 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's wonderful.
It's taxing to our sanitation guides and our police department, but it's so worth it. Those tax dollars stay in house. Yeah. And those people come and they eat at your restaurants, they buy you gas,
Stay
they
in
come
the
back,
hotels.
they come back, they see how clean our city is, and they're valued. Those things are valued in people's minds these days.
Yeah, and then national organizations and magazines go and vote Thibodaux one of the best places to visit.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
That's incredible to be this what we used to consider a small college town.
Yeah.
Is now a beautiful small college town and more.
Yep. We're trying to enhance it.
What we've done.
Sure.
Let's talk a little bit about Andelsek Park because this is really exciting.
Yeah. So look, Eric Andelsek was a personal friend of mine. His entire family was friends with my family. This is something that we wanted to do a long time, and we've been trying to do it for a long time. Representative Brian Fontenot, along with other state legislators, were generous enough to give us $1 million. We had to put up $250,000.
Okay.
And we put it in an existing park that was called Andelsek Park that was basically used for soccer and other small events.
Right.
Eric Andelsek played football.
Yep.
And anything that we could do to just help his memory and help his family.
him.
They gave us the land.
Yeah.
This is something that is going to be used, and soccer is going to be able to use it. Other functions are going to be able to use it. The 7-on-7 circuit nowadays for high school football. They're already calling me. The guy called me 2 days ago trying to see when he can use the fields.
Yeah.
It's lighted. It's a jewel. It's a jewel in the city of Thibodaux, and people are going to use that thing for years and years to come.
I got to tell you, Mayor, next time I go to Thibodaux, which is when we need to have lunch,
Yeah.
I'm going to drive out there and just go and see.
Oh, it's worth it.
I'm going to go see the pergola. Yeah. I already go to the festivals. Thibodaux is a place where people want to be. You're making it more inviting. You and your team and your staff have done a wonderful job. Thank you for what you've done and improvements to
Appreciate
Thibodaux.
you giving me this opportunity. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you, Martin, everybody else out there. We appreciate the time and the energy spent on us.
Sounds great. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment, but don't go anywhere. A lot more Bayou time when we continue.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.